Hello, I'm Mike, and welcome to 33 Mile Garage. Well, unfortunately, this video might be the very last time you see the blue Subaru on any more videos. I'm away to work this week, driving along 45 miles an hour, minding my own business, and this thing just quit, died. Not a sound.
And then Mike texted me and said, hey, the blue car, otherwise known as the Blueberry, died today on the way to work. So here we are. We towed it from a few houses down to this parking lot. Now we're gonna get on this trailer and tow it home. So now we're just going on this chugga ride. We are. We've got it up on the trailer. Are you just gonna let it like roll off of there?
So let me show you what it's doing. When you try to start it,
the valves are not moving at all. There's no compression, nothing. It just turns over like crazy.
obviously the timing belt is in bad shape and the timing belt is broken. So with the timing belt broken, these cam gears are not spinning at all. Crank's turning, nothing's going on. The way this belt broke, see how it's jammed between these timing gears? I think it got slop in it, and that slop got eaten up by these timing gears, jammed together here. Obviously it's not going to go between here, and that caused the belt to snap. And to be honest with you, the belt was compromised before too, so it wouldn't take much to snap it. But anyway, if it did truly hold these valves open, valves never hit the piston. You know, I'm not sure how much on these engines, how much clearance there are, but typically when the timing belt goes, it's all she wrote for these engines. But so it's going to go one of two ways. I'm going to put this thing together, and it's going to be like winning the lottery, and or the other, you'll never see this car again on my channel. And get the bolts out of the way. I'm going to loosen up the pulley on the bottom here. Once you break that pulley loose on the bottom, not sure why I had it that tight, but and then just loosen this guy up. There you go. That belt's out of the way. And with that belt out of the way, I'll this bracket out of the way. There's two bolts, 12 millimeters. Loosen up the alternator tensioner. This one's not as bad. You don't have to get this one as loose, but still, don't be shy on it. Also, need to loosen up this bolt right here too. Forgot about this dude. There we go. The alternator just dropped. I think you loosen it up enough. Loosen it up a little more. You want to make it easy to get these belts off. You got plenty of other things to fight, and the belts are the last thing you want to fight. What's up, Wayne?
Oh man. So I've got this overland trailer project I've been working on, and here's the tongue box where I'm going to hide all my electrical components. And first hole I made for my electrical switch worked out great. The second one I got a little heavy with my hand file, so it's a little wide. And
You said all you want to do is come back in and weld about a millimeter or so?
yeah, basically. If there's any way we could put a few beads in there just to help locate so it doesn't rattle around, that'd be great.
Yeah, that's awesome. So if any of you have never seen Wayne's channel, Wayne's a good friend of mine. We've hung out for pretty much a lifetime. His channel is Backyard Hot Rods. You need to check it out. It's a cool channel. A lot of cool Mopar stuff. If you're into Cudas, it is definitely the place to go. He's got an overland trailer build that he's doing right now. Really cool stuff, so check him out, man.
Thanks.
Yeah, but see how it's jammed in there?
Yes, I do.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I sucked in. I didn't go through it.
No, which is good, but
Probably couldn't. Probably not even.
that's why it broke. It just went in there, and it was compromised too, dude. I put a crap timing belt back on because that was before when that tensioner pulley went bad.
Right.
That thing was just bouncing all over the place.
Right.
So
Oh yeah, so that's like a two-piece cover, right?
yeah, actually three piece. There's another piece over there.
Oh, yeah,
See, that one comes off, and then I got to pull the.
Yeah, because you got to take all three covers off.
Yeah.
And,
Dude, you know what? It's really pretty easy.
right.
So I've only been working on it for about 15 minutes.
Does the radiator have to come out to pull out the
No.
crank pulley?
No.
No. Is it bolted on, or you
It's
got
bolted. Yeah. The only typically it'll. Yeah. No, it just has a three-piece cover. And to be
Yeah.
honest with you, this thing I got this little. I made up this little tool right here.
Oh,
I just
like
stick that. I stick that in the. I stick it somewhere. If
Yeah,
remember
I
right.
see some holes up here on this flange right
Yeah.
here.
Yep. So I stick it in there, and
Okay.
I know I made it for this, but I don't remember how to use
Uh-huh.
it.
Is that patented?
Yeah, it's absolutely patented.
It looks like I welded it.
Yeah, it's the opposite of that. So, awesome. Yeah. No, I had the intercooler pushed out because I was spraying some starting fluid in there. Greg brought starting fluid over. We were spraying it in there, trying to get it to fire. Yeah. Every once in a while, it makes a pop. Does it? But yeah, here. This one, I think it might. I mean, it's a possibility. It might be okay. I don't know if there's anything in the way.
Wow.
That was.
Wow, that was a big pop.
So. So anyway.
Is everything okay?
Yes.
We're doing some target shooting out here.
Ooh.
Well, you're out here alone, and I hear the boom.
I'm
and
not
my
alone.
voice-
Wayne's here now.
I will protect him.
So anyway,
Yeah.
so that valve must have closed, or it just had a bunch of fuel in there.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So if it was, even if it runs again, it might be a miracle.
Right. Yeah, it's always iffy when that timing belt breaks. You know
Yeah.
what's happened, if there was any contact, how
Yeah.
long it ran, did it shut off immediately? But normally
Yeah.
it's like,
Well, it shut down. I mean, I was going 45 miles an hour and it just shut down.
Yeah.
It just, there wasn't a single noise, nothing. And then,
all right,
I'm actually surprised it popped like that.
I know.
One of the cylinders got some compression.
Yeah, exactly.
Might have been, if it wasn't dead, maybe that was what.
Yeah, it was hard to tell if there was any like metal hitting between the.
No, I don't think there. Dude, I really don't think there is.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Well,
Right. We hope.
I think it's fine. What it is are two different things. But I ordered another belt for it, so I'll get a belt today at noon, and around 11:30, I think the belt comes in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do that online or at the local store, or what do you do?
Last night, I went to bed at 11 o'clock, and I woke up at midnight, and I'm like, crap, I gotta order a belt. So I woke. You guys probably want to see a stripped out screw. So that's the dude that won't come out right now. It's seized up in there. So yeah. Yeah, a set of bolt extractors I can get the last nut out with, but the
Infomercial specials, you know.
yep. So, and if not, I'll hammer an American socket on there.
The last resort is you can always cut the plastic,
plastic
around the
thing.
bolt head.
Well, I might do that. I mean,
That's the last
yeah.
resort.
Yeah, I mean, Wayne, I don't know if the engine's salvageable or not. That might work.
I think the last mechanic that worked on it put it in there at like 80 pounds, so you know,
Yeah.
that's what we're saying.
Well, you're assuming that the mechanic worked on it.
Well, the one that was holding the wrench, that's what we'll say.
Yeah.
So is that the American socket?
No, that's just that.
Oh yeah, that extractor. No.
Oh, they're like butter.
Get out of town.
You know,
All right, I'm gonna go buy a set of these. What the heck?
they got it out like butter, and it's gonna
I saw
fall.
that, it's like-
Apparently, if you use the right size, it works fine.
Well, I was just trying to get it out, so I must have loosened it.
You know what that means? You can reuse this bolt again.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah.
important thing. You don't
Yeah.
have to scrounge for another
Yeah.
bolt.
Yeah. Take you a half hour to get the stupid thing off again.
Hey, was that the last one?
Yeah. Pull that center cover off and see what we got underneath there.
Yeah, a couple weeks to be there.
So check that out, Wayne. It did the same thing on the other side.
Oh,
The belt jammed in and
Yeah.
sucked in.
Yeah.
The oddest thing.
Huh.
It must have got so much, that belt got so loose. But the thing is, I wasn't accelerating or whatever. I was just driving normal.
Yeah.
And
well,
I don't know. I don't know how that happened. That it sucked in on both sides. I've never seen anything like that
maybe
before.
it jammed up on the one, then once it broke,
It sucked in. It sucked in on the other side. But-
I'm thinking.
I mean, if it sucked in at the right time and held, it held, because when I cranked it over, neither one were moving because the belts were jammed in them. So if they were held open or away from the valves or even halfway open, I think there's enough clearance if it's halfway open that the pistons would never hit the tops of the valve. You lined up. Now the only thing, and here's the dicey part, is I'll realign the crank, but I don't know if the crank's 180 off.
Right.
So the only,
There's got to be a procedure to get that.
well, if I could stick something in the piston, I could tell if it's on top or bottom.
Probably your only way.
Yeah, because I can crank it either way. So what I'm going to do, the only thing I can do is put the timing belt on and try to crank it over by hand. If it binds cranking over by hand, then I take the timing belt back off and then flip it 180, then do this, crank it 180 and do the same thing. When I could put the belt on and crank it by hand around.
Well, I would say, what about firing it, just like without putting everything back together per se to see if it pops and bangs?
Yeah, I think I can fire it with because it's just the alternator and stuff, and it'll run off the battery for if I run it for a minute off the battery, it'll be fine.
If that's what you wanted to do, maybe
I think that's what I'll wind up doing. Yeah. I just gotta wait for the belt now.
Right.
Yeah. Last little bit of the belt here. You can see down here. The easiest way to do the bottom of the belt is you got it through the last pulley down here at the bottom. That's lined up. Come over the top, go through that cog gear, line everything up, and in the middle here, you've got this bottom pulley. You're at the bottom of it, and what you can do is you can pull it up over the top, and you got some leverage to pull this. So you can pull over the top pulley and slide it on. So now you got that all the way around. Once you got it on, you want to go back through and double check every timing mark and make sure they are lined up perfectly. You don't want to leave anything to chance. The bottom two pulleys are the hardest ones to get the alignment marks. The top ones you can see easy from the top. Over here from the top, no big deal. You can see the timing marks in the middle. Those are easy to find. But the bottom ones on the side on the belt, those are tough. Really tough to get. Well, I'm just going to go fire it up and see what happens. Get it back around and recheck my timing marks.
It could be that you don't have the balancer on.
Well, I'm not 180 off, I can tell you that. It wouldn't have started, but...
Alright, you had to have been on.
Alright, I'm just putting the covers back on it, and we'll put this thing back together again, and we will take it for a ride and see what happens. It was making a little bit of noise, but I think I had to get the cover on, and I got to get the balancer back on once the cover's on, so I think this will make a big difference as far as the vibration I was having. But, yeah, you never know. Maybe it's just permanently not going to be any good anymore. We'll find out though. Alright, take this thing for a ride. See how it does on greasing. It's definitely ticking really, really bad. Really, really bad. Maybe it's better. Or maybe it's worse. Oh no, it's not good. Oh, it builds a little bit of boost. It's ticking pretty bad though. It's gone away a little bit. Let's go listen to it tick. Alright, well, I think that's going to do it for the Blue Subaru. I don't know if you'll see it on the channel again unless I decide to put some money into it and fix this thing, but I doubt it. I got too many other projects to do. So anyway, just a little backstory on this car. My kids named this thing a long time ago the Blue Subaru, you get it? But I think the name has changed to Ticking Tommy because I think it's a ticking time bomb and it's about done for. Thanks for watching 33 Mile Garage. I will catch you on the next one.